Guys, we're starting today. Okay, so remember yesterday we had to cut it short, but this is what we did yesterday. Remember that we did our dictionary skills, alphabetizing our guide words. We did our decks. We did our concept decks. We did our final stable syllable deck. And we did our ARA spelling and ARD. And then we did our spelling. Mm-hmm. Then for our new learning, who remembers what our new learning was? Who can remember what our...
When to change Y to an I.
Right. Looking at our spelling derivatives to change our Y to I. Very, very good. And we did our spelling... word spelling formula practice 1 by looking at that. We're going to do that again, but before we do, I got those to her yesterday.
See you later. Just I brought cupcakes for my birthday. Because I and Kaden bought 2 pack of stuff.
Brandon sits in my seat.
I just leave my
Well,
stuff.
Brandon's
Okay, look this way. Let's get back. And Claire, recording's on. So everybody look this way. So we're going to review. I forgot where I was kind of there for a minute. We're going to review real quickly. Changing the derivatives from Y to I and whether to add them or not. So everyone look at the sheet with the rule on it. I want you to look at that. We're going to do just a couple of more. I think we left off on 7.
Yeah, 7.
So we're going to do, I want us to do 8, 14, 9, 10, and 11. 8, 9, 10, and 11. So circle 8, 9, 10, and 11, but let's go over the rule real quickly. We're going to look at 8 together. Okay? And for 8, we're looking at very plus E. And then I want us to also look at, copy plus earth. Okay? So everybody looking this way? Let's look at our rules and let's go over those rules real quick for changing our Y to I. If we have our base word, what is our base word here, Luke?
Our base word is copy.
Copy. What does it end with?
It ends in a Y.
It ends with a Y. Now what are we going to do next? What's our next rule? What comes before the Y, Caitlin?
Constant.
A consonant comes before the Y. So check we have the Y. We have a consonant before the Y. Now we're going to look at our suffix. Does our suffix end with ing?
No.
It doesn't end with ing, does it? So if it doesn't end with ing, look at number 4. What do we do?
Change the Y to an I.
And add a suffix.
And add your suffix. So the word would be spelled Copieer. Is that correct?
Yes.
Everybody say the word?
Copier.
Copier. Let's do this one right here. Okay. Tell me about my base word. Tell me about my base word.
It has a Y. It has a Y. It has a consonant before the Y.
It has a consonant before the Y. What's my next rule?
There's the suffix is an ing, so you don't change.
Hang on. Does it end in a Y?
Yeah.
Does the base word end in a Y? Yes. So the base word ends in a Y. A consonant comes before the Y. Now, let's go to the suffix. Tell me about the suffix.
It's ing.
It's ing. So it begins with a
I.
So what am I gonna do to my Y?
Change it. Just leave it.
Look at the rule. What do you do? If ing is the suffix, what do I need to do? Look at number 5. Look at number 5.
You leave the Y and add.
Leave my Y and add ing. V-A-R-Y-I-N-G. So I have my varying, correct?
Yeah.
Very good. All right. So why is it only my Y again?
You can't have two eyes in the same
Next to
word.
each other.
Because you can't have two eyes right next to each other. Very, very good. Super job. Okay. So look at 8 through 11. Do 8 through 11, applying those rules. Look at these rules if you need them. Because then we're going to go to spelling them.
Okay.
And we're going to do some spelling. Okay. Oh, you did them all. Mm-hmm.
Oh, should I do them all too?
You don't have to. If you finish before everyone else does. I love it when you reach for the stars and do what?
Check them.
Yeah. And do more. More practice. Good job.
Is that that's supposed to be Y, right?
Yeah. No.
No, it's supposed to be.
Look at it.
I.
Is there a consonant before the Y?
Yes.
Yes. There's a consonant before the Y. Does the suffix end in ing?
No.
No, it doesn't have an I. So what do you do? Very good. Super job, Anna Claire. Good job. Good job. Good job. I have to read it a couple of times too. Good job, guys. You have this. Good job. You have that. Okay, so keep the rule out. Keep these rules out. We're going to put them in our notebook because we're going to be referring back to these quite a bit. So we want to be sure and use those. Super job. Okay, look at number 7. Do number 7 for me, Lou.
Varying.
Go through the steps.
Number 7, you mean?
Number 7 or number 8? Number 8. I'm sorry. Do number 8.
For number 8,
Go through the steps.
for varying, I kept the Y,
Mm-hmm.
and since there was an ing there, and you can't have two eyes next to each other in the same word,
Okay.
then
And so you spelled it.
VARYING.
Awesome. Do number 9, Anna Claire.
So
Go through the steps. What did you do to your base word? You looked
I
at.
looked at the base word and there's a Y,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a constant before the Y.
Right.
And then I looked at my suffix, which is ing.
Mm-hmm.
So I left the Y and I added ing,
Uh-huh.
and I spelled it FRYING.
Perfect. Caitlin, do number 10.
I left the Y because there's an ing.
Go through the steps. Look at the base word. Does the base word end in I?
No, it ends with a Y, and there's a D. There's
It
a
ends with-
consonant before the Y.
Perfect.
And then the suffix is ing.
Yes.
So I keep the Y and add ing because you can't have two I's next to each other.
Correct. And spell it for me.
BANDYING.
Okay. Very, very good. Number 11, Kate. What'd you do? Go through the steps.
I there's a consonant before the Y,
Perfect.
and the suffix is an ing, so I changed the Y to an I.
Uh-huh.
Penniless.
Penniless. Very, very good, guys. I think you have that. Okay, let's get out our spelling sheets. And did we already do words for spelling?
Yes.
Us. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so time for reading. So we finished. Okay, our spelling. Let's go to reading. Okay, we're going to read a paragraph apiece. Okay, go first. Super duper job. Anna Claire, if you want to go first, yes, you may. Go first.
Mom, where's the oatmeal? Bellowed from the kitchen. Tom was 16. He was starving. His homework was not finished. His best jeans were not washed, and he was going to be late.
Okay, read.
Try the first shelf under the counter next to the sink, yelled his mom, Joanne, from the dining room.
It's not there, shouted Tom, getting more and more annoyed.
Okay, go ahead, Kate.
Well then, make some toast, said Joanne. Joanne was a computer programmer for a big company in town. The dining room was a mess, and she had misplaced the papers on which she had been working.
Okay.
Tom found the raisin bran on the shelf next to the stove.
Okay, read that one more time for me.
Tom found a box of raisin bran and on the shelf shelf next to the stove. He poured some into a bowl, added some milk, and gulped it down.
Very good. Anna Claire?
See you later, Mom, he hollered, grabbing his book bag.
Very good. Go ahead and read the next one.
Wait a moment, said Joanna. What time will you be home?
Okay, go ahead, Caitlin.
Tom had not heard her, so he did not answer. She watched him from the window. He was running down the narrow path in the backyard.
Okay, very good. Kate?
Tom's sister Wendy croaked from upstairs. Mom, I think I have a sore throat. May I stay home today?
Okay, they had some really good descriptive words, and I liked that. Great reading.
We're not reading anymore.
We're not reading anymore. I'm trying to finish up my video for Mrs. Beanball. So let's go to good reading. Very good reading. Let's go to we're going to go to writing. So what Mrs. Turner wants to do with writing is I noticed on our as we were doing some of our letters for spelling, I noticed the writing, the K's. I want us to work on our K's, so I want us to do a line of K's.
He's like, was there really on
a line of K's. And then I also noticed some of our final stable syllables. I want us to write our final stable syllables on the next row. So, who can tell me some of the final stable syllables?
A final stable syllable BLE, final stable syllable CLE, final stable syllable SLE, final stable syllable TLE, final stable syllable STLE, STLE, BLE, I just forgot.
STL.
I got STL. What about
DLE,
ZLE.
ZLE. That will be enough. But if you can think of the others, that's fine.
SLE.
Circle, uncle,
candle,
What about not pimple, dimple?
dimple.
PLE.
It looks like a pimple on the card though.
Yeah.
Okay. Write those down real quickly. Beautiful handwriting. beautiful handwriting. Oh, I'm so excited.
Do you want us to do just write them all on one line or just keep on writing them on one line? Like write CLE on one line and then STLE on one line?
You can just write them on one line. So you can put CLE and then leave a space. STLE, leave a little space. BLE, leave a little space. DLE, leave a little space. ZLE, leave a little space. And PLE, leave a little space. Beautiful job, guys. Very nice. I think, Luke knows because Luke is our cursive writer guy. He writes cursive and everything.
I know. I tried to write in the notes in cursive. It's hard.
I can't read my cursive that well, so.
I can't read my cursive, so I can go back for notes.
I can't go back to print.
You can't go back to print.
I dare you.
Okay.
I want you to leave. Okay, so everyone look up here. Awesome job. Are we about through?
Seniors are named.
Yes, and we're about to go to cupcakes, Caitlin, in just a minute for your
I'm
party.
hungry.
Happy birthday to Caitlin today. You need to be wearing your birthday hat.
Don't have a birthday hat.
Mrs. T has a birthday hat.
See, that's my cursive, and that's my pen. I like my
Beautiful. I love your cursive. Okay, everyone look up this way. So we practiced our final stable syllables. In closing, we practiced our final stable syllables. We have read. Now we're going to go to our verbal expression.
Put it on.
Okay. Verbal expression. Everybody, I'll let you show Miss Beanball at the end. We are going to look at this right here. What is this?
Pen.
It is a pen.
P-E-N.
Tell me everything you can think of with this
It
pen.
has a clicker.
It has a clicker.
It has a spring.
It has a coil.
It has a spring, a coil.
The coil and the spring are the same thing, kind of.
They are. What does coil remind you of?
It reminds me of coil.
Oil. Okay. What else can you tell me about this?
Rubber, and then it has.
It's got a gripper on it. Why do you have a gripper on this?
So
That way you
it's
can-
easier
yeah.
to write.
Okay.
Ink.
Ink.
And this gel stuff that
It's
lets the
ink. So is it different from a pencil?
Yes. And
Okay,
this
pour
gel
it.
stuff that lets the ink makes the ink stick onto the
Paper. And okay, but what about this pen right here?
black.
It's black. Can we get pens in different colors?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can, can't we? Where do we find this in the groceries? Where do we find this? Where do we find the pens? You can find them at a
You
grocery
can pretty
store.
much find them anywhere.
You can find them just about anywhere. Are there different kinds?
Yes.
What does another one look like?
A ballpoint.
No,
A
get
ballpoint.
it, yeah.
One of the ones
We
that
know
it
you
has
have
a
a
cap on,
You know
and
you
when
have,
it
you
like
know
that.
who has a
Oh,
pen.
okay.
You know he has a pen.
So it's different. Yes, he likes to write with pens. Okay, very, very good. So
Good
tell me
discharge.
where in the store would you find this?
In the school supplies and like the supplies, the art, and the supplies.
Pins.
Supply. So would you find what would be close to these?
Pencils,
and
markers,
and all that.
Markers, maybe?
Markers,
Okay.
Sharpie.
Sharpies,
Some
Sharpies,
Sharpies.
highlighters.
The old time like feather ink things.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't think they have a lot of those though.
Pens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
guys,
Maybe pencils.
today, what we learned that spelling derivatives, when you're looking at spelling derivatives, or when you're looking at a base word with a Y on the end, you always have to check to be sure there's a consonant before it. Then you look at your what? Suffix. If you have a suffix, what happens? If you have a suffix that is not ing, what do you do to the Y? You change it to I and add the suffix. What about if you have an ing?
Then you leave the line
and
at
ing because I can't eat.
Very good. So we're going to look at our concept card of when adding a suffix to a base word. Ending with a consonant before Y, change the Y to I before any suffix, except one beginning with I, because you can't have your what? I. Awesome job. Now Mrs. T is going to read real quick. Caitlin, as I start reading from the book that we've been reading.
Let's go.
What book?
You can.
This is Turner.
You may get the cupcake as I'm doing this. Oh no, leave it going.
Should I grab?
Real quickly. School starts tomorrow. I hate school. I look around the Joker's Club hideout and wish like crazy that it was the first day of summer vacation again. Today, vacation is officially over for the Joker's Club. I tell my fellow club members, Dan, Richie, and John, but we'll still meet here, Dan says, on weekends and after school sometimes. Yeah, I say, but it won't be the same. School's no fun. It's boring. Yeah, Richie says, the pits. My name is Brian. We will finish this later. So today, remember, what did we learn?
We learned.
We learned changing Y to I and adding a suffix or not. That is the question. Bye.